Hi guys, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. So this is going to be the daily collective. Today is Wednesday, November 9th. It's the 9th. I have something going on. That's the only reason I really even know that. So, this is a daily collective reading. Remember that not every reading is for you. Take what resonates, leave what does not. You know, be discerning of the messages. You know what's going on in your life, so you know how it fits, if it fits, so on and so forth. So, let's dive in and see what's going on for you guys today, and we'll go from there. That full moon last night was absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully you had a chance to see it, get some pictures, do whatever work needed to be done for yourself during that time. So let's see here for the collective, please, Spirit. For the collective. I'm due to get some new cards here. Divine messages for the collective, please, Spirit. Messages for the collective, please. Alright, let's see what the first one. Healing. That full moon last night was all about the healing. You may be becoming aware of certain aspects of the self that need to be given some TLC to as well. And then crown chakra opening up in universal love. I'm going to read these to you. This is the Sacred Geometry deck as usual. So healing, the frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. 7, the crown chakra, the frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light and universal love. And to me, this is very much about self-love for this particular reading. The frequency of universal love activates the connections we feel to each other, our planet, and to the whole existence itself. So guys, what I'm kind of picking up on this with Spirit is that this is very much about an opportune time for you to make changes to the self in totality. You know, we all have different things. I think we talked yesterday about the habits and stuff like that. This is presenting to you an opportunity. And, you know, we went through this emotional clearing with the solar eclipse, dealing with the full moon, releasing the things that are no longer serving of our higher good, you know, and being fully aware that this aspect of healing for ourselves is going to change our direction. When we work on the self, that then internal work has the ripple effect on the external world around us as well. So, and with that crown chakra, you're being guided divinely. I'm going to say divinely guided to make some changes right now, because it's going to work out for your highest benefit in the long run. Everything from you to all of the things around you are intricately woven together for a powerful purpose. And it's kind of like I'm seeing this for a lot of us across the way. There's steps that needed to happen, especially here in 2022, of this healing of things that were no longer serving, recognizing where we were, you know, had some shortcomings or things that we needed to address and work through so that we can move into a higher level of you know, ascension, or whatever you want to call it, awakening. And this is guiding you to do that work, and work on those things for yourself. The next step is once you resolve the things around you, you're then able to work on the self. And I think, what moon was it? It might have been last month's moon. We talked about a lot of self-care moving forward. I think it was when we had a full moon event at my place of business, and very much that energy, and it seems to really be cycling around, coming back around, needing to be understood, belonging. Yeah, finding a place where you belong. Again, your energy may be shifting as to where you were, having a new idea of how to do things moving forward. Let's see. Let me get you. remember that your body is a temple. I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday. The body is the temple space, right? Like, how do you care for it? Think about all of the millions of ways that your body takes care of you every single day. This healing is not just about the emotional healing, the mental healing, but also the self. You look at, incorporating mind, body, and soul. There's all aspects of healing that need to occur. And I feel like for a lot of us, we're being called to learn to take care of ourselves, or maybe we didn't do that before. Got the card of forbidden there, and then a reminder. I feel like there's a lot of self-neglect over time, and we pick up addictions and habits and people and situations or tendencies to do certain things. And for some of you, I feel like you may not be listening to your higher self, and it's very important that you're doing that at this time, to be aware. It's like, I've done it so long for everybody else. How do I do this for myself now? And understand that the more you neglect the self, in due time, these things are these tower moments, the divine, the universe is going to step in and go, hold on a second here. Things need to change. So, take those necessary steps right now to care for yourself, whether it's through diet, exercise, meditation, getting enough sleep, hydrating the body, whatever it might be, letting go of toxic habits and patterns and people, finding where you belong and what feels good to you. So, strategy, the second chakra, which is our sacral chakra, and then doors to romance. So appreciation is on the underneath of that there. So with this strategy card, Spirit is actually kind of showing me, like you're writing down schedules, right? So schedules, maybe it's learning how to cut time out for you. Like, from 8 to 8:30, I'm going to have my coffee in peace. Bedtime, like I'm taking a half an hour to meditate, or to just soak in the tub, or to just give myself a second. So they're kind of showing me like a time schedule. Like the missing piece to everything going on around you is you. And not that not that you aren't doing for other people, but you're failing to do for yourself. And that, when your cup is full, then you're able to fill other people's cups. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and we know this, right? Like, same old song and dance there. But I feel like for a lot of you, they're talking about, this is very much like health related. It's like there's a need for movement, whether it's through music or meditation. It's what you're listening to. Spirit's also talking about what you're taking in, what we listen to. So like, I know we just had the election stuff yesterday. What positive stuff are you feeding the mind? What positive things are you listening to? What negative things are you listening to? Because that does play a role in our overall well-being. It's like news, media, I don't do any of it. I was probably the last person on earth to find out that COVID was ever even a thing. I was at the store the day before and realized that toilet paper was becoming an obsolete thing for some reason, and everybody had buggies full. And I called someone and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I really just need toilet paper, right? Like, human being, right? And but came to find out that that's, COVID was a thing. But moral of my story to that is the simple fact that I don't do any of it. I don't watch the news. I don't entertain the newspapers. It's negative bullshit that gets fed. So with elections and politics and government, obviously we have to stay informed, but in the same sense, whatever you're taking, and even music lyrics, like if music is like, I'm not putting anyone, genre down, but some of the things, like, it's like, oh, some music, it's like my dog left, my truck broke down, my dog died, she left, whatever it might be, it puts us in this negative state. Or, talking about the ego and money and hoes, or what the hell ever. Like, you've got to be very cognizant of what it is that you're listening to and what it is that you're taking in, especially, because it's, even though we may not be tuned in to exactly what they're talking about, it sits with our subconscious. So you want to make sure that the things that you're taking in are healthy and good for you. They fulfill the soul. They make you feel good. It's uplifting. Second chakra, the sacral, our desires, our external desires to the world, of our emotions and our sensuality and who we are and how we're perceived. I don't know. For me, the sacral chakra always reminds me of the moon energy. Why? I don't know. That's how I see it. It's just one of those things, right? But it's also 9. It's also independence. It's also the self. Like, you're being called to take care of the self's desires rather than the external desires around you. Who cares how other people see you? Are you taking care of you? To me, this door to romance, this opens you up to multiple opportunities of love around you. But it also means loving the self as well. Appreciation. Learning to give back to yourself what you've given to others. Appreciating you for all the things that you've done for you and other people around you. So let's do some clarifying. I like this reading because, we all, it's funny. Like, I know this is a space that I've been in, and then talking to other people, and then to see the cards come out, like, it's not collectively, like, I really think we have a lot of shifts going on, and we have 333 here as well, 369. So 369 Hertz binaural beats might be a good thing to listen to at this time as well too. It's a lot of health, healing, and improvement. Changing the frequency. I talked about oh hell, it just evaded me. I don't know. We'll come back to it. If it's important, it'll come back through. And then the 6 of appreciation, things coming back around. This can be healing some childhood stuff, learning, if every night as a kid it was chicken nuggets and hot dogs, and all of a sudden you're having weight issues at 27. And it's like, you're learning those things from the past. Like, where do you have to put healing into, whether it's, again, eating habits, sleeping patterns, the stuff we're taking into our bodies in any account. Like, the body is a temple space. Appreciate what it does for us, right? All right, so strategy. All right, the 9 of Cups. And the Father of Swords. I think you're getting very clear about what it is that does make you feel good, your wish fulfillment, what that looks like to you. But the 7 of Cups is, that confusion energy of how do I get there? I talked about that moon. To me, that's very much the moon energy. You're seeing it from both sides. Like, there's this need to release and let go of the patterns, the habits, the toxic traits that encompass us so much. Some of you may be finding feathers right now. It is also a sign, particularly white feathers, gray feathers. I'm not sure why those come in that way, but they do. But it's like the abundance right now, I think, isn't so much in a financial sense as it is in the self sense, right? There's a lot of, I'm hearing golden opportunity from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit, of what can come through to this. And like, you've learned a lot. Like, you're being logical about it. Like, you're aware of what's going on, that crown chakra, opening yourself up to understanding, those aspects of the self that need to be resolved. You don't have to be so serious. And I feel like that's part of it is like, you've got to get real serious about it, and you're feeling like you're in that space. You don't have to like come in and just upheaval everything all in one day. Be playful with that energy, enjoy that energy, make it fun so that it doesn't seem like it's a chore for you on how to do it, right? So it's like, if you do it and take a lighthearted approach to this rather than so serious, I think it will be a lot easier for you to find the way to strategize and make plans to take better care of the self. I don't know, this is like a side message. Spirit is talking about scripts. And this could be very much about a role, or let's see, what are they talking about here? Scripts about Spirit. It's almost like just this side message. Like, it's almost like somebody is, how do I put this? Strange. It's almost like somebody is afraid to take the necessary steps. Like, you feel it, I'm going to call it guilt. Like, there's a guilt attached to the idea that you have to sneak off to do these things or find a way around taking care of you. Do not be apologetic for taking care of yourself. Do not do it. Like, it's almost like you're like tiptoeing into trying to care for yourself. Like, why should you ever have to explain to anybody why you need to take a time out for you? That's horseshit. No. Don't do it. If you stand alone in it, so what? If you gotta go to the gym alone, so what? You gotta go walking alone, so what? You gotta have dinner by yourself, so what? Like, do what is good for you. Again, pouring into your cup. So whatever this script is, to me, it's kind of like the role that you're playing or how you have to appear. Sometimes you're better off if you're going out every night and you're hanging out with a particular group of friends or whatever it might be, and you're realizing there's things about it that aren't serving your highest good or they're causing distractions. It's okay to stand alone. It's okay to say, you know what, not tonight. Can't do this. I've got other more important things to handle, not today. Don't be afraid to get out of situations that are not serving your highest good. So, who cares about the role that you've played? You know, everything serves a season. So, it's whatever. The hell with it. Okay. Sacral chakra. We have the Hermit and the Three of Wands with the Five of Cups. I feel like a lot of you feel like you're emotionally lacking in the desires of what your desire is, right? So I feel like you're taking a stand, stepping back and taking a longer desired approach. I feel like for some of you, there is a need to get up and move. Like I'm seeing like almost like planes, like transit of airline planes or flights or whatever, like to get up and go do something. So if you've held off on desires of things that make you feel good, I feel like you're still kind of hermiting into that space of, I would like to, but I don't feel like you've taken the approach or the steps to do this for yourself, right? So it's time to step outside of that. You have an idea. I'm going to call it that. There's very much an idea attached to this mode. Like you may have to go in to do what the Hermit does. Like he takes his time, he starts anew, he's getting, introspection, understanding, becoming wiser in the moment of where he's got to go and where he's got to be. Again, another energy of 9. You've got 9 here and another 3. You actually got another 9 here. So you've got 3 9s. So that could be very important to you as well at this time. So, if you have to kind of go in and hunker down for a little bit to understand what direction, even with those planes and stuff that I've seen, like it's kind of like a directionary sense of what direction you're going to go. Even though I don't have the 2 of Wands here, I've got the 3, deciding how to navigate that, how to pull it all together. And I kind of feel like for some of you, you're also trying to harness your power right now. I feel like you're pulling it together would be the best way to put it, which I think is a good thing. Like if you've got to take a time out to pull things together, to see the different elements of how it all works in a dynamic for you, do it. Absolutely do it. If something has not worked out from the past though, or you feel like you knew better, you should have done something in a different way, don't hang on to regret and remorse attached to that. We never have any regrets in life. They're lessons. They're not meant to stifle you. Like you learned something from that. So, all right, Spirit, doors to romance. What does this mean for the collective? 369, guys. 369. Here's that. The Yin Yang Twins or something. That song. Yeah, there you go. Talked about the music, right? Watch what you're listening to. Okay. Doors to romance. I'm telling you, this is going to open you up to new opportunities. This self-care, I love it. The Magician and the you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. You may feel like you're losing certain people around you at this time. You may be walking away from an old romance or an old situation, an old cycle. It served its course. And I think that's the biggest thing that we as humans, we attach ourselves to, that we expect that people or situations or jobs or whatever the hell it is going to be with us the rest of our lives. When we change, we transform. Not everybody else is ready to take that approach with you. So you need to be very aware that there will be losses and there will be whatever. And Spirit is saying to me, and they're showing me like, well, I don't have money to go to the gym. I don't, like, it's almost like an excuse. What? Like, there is no excuse. There's always a way around it. If there's a will, there's a way, right? So you get to decide what you do with that. We have the 6 of Wands, the Daughter of Swords or the Page of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and the Judgment card. When you find that you're taking action towards yourself, that you're doing more for yourself, other people around you are going to see that, and they are going to give back to you what you are now pouring in. If you're not taking care of yourself, somebody else sees you neglecting yourself, they are going to neglect you because they realize that that's where you feel that your value and your worth are. So it's like, and you, for some of you too, remember your kids are watching. They're telling me, your Spirit is saying, and thank you, Spirit, your kids are watching you. Are you setting the example? Because, you know, when we have kids, our kids watch every fucking move we make. Everything we say, everything we do, the way we wash the dishes, I mean, what we wear, they are all over it, whether we realize it or not. And you are setting the example for the long term. You know, so, but when you step into this energy and it gets to moving and you have another 6 sitting there too, like, and that's kids, right? It can very much be our children in those 6s. Childlike curiosity, childlike wonder too, you know, stepping into something new. But when you move into this space, when you start to get comfortable with the transformation that's taking place for you, that you start to feel good, communication's going to come in. You know, to me, this is very much like you're getting communication from a higher being, from a higher space as well. And I want to say for some of you, this door to romance is not about some romantic partner coming in and sweeping you off of your feet or, you know, saving the damsel in distress. This is very much, this can be your spirit guides. I've got chills right now as I say this. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, those that are guiding you from the other side, may be that love that's coming in. This isn't just about romance in the 3D plane. This is very much about them coming in and loving you, giving you love maybe that you don't feel that you get from other people, but finding a different type of gratitude in a way that you can't see here in the physical world. They are our gifts and our guides. Do you love them? Do you love them? Do you appreciate them for the lessons that they're bringing in to help you transform your life? But I feel like for some of you, you're going to start getting a lot more downloads. And I think we talked about dreams yesterday in the Daily Collective. Like I really do. I don't know if you can see them, but I've got chills ever since I said that. But this love, this abundance that's comes in as you love the self and you care for the self, it's coming from a higher power, not just in this world in a personal and a physical sense. So, and then we talked about universal love, that door to romance 33, universal love is 44. Be conscious and aware of it. Like, I feel like with this, you're experiencing love in a very different way than you could have ever imagined. And, you know, expecting the unexpected as we go through this moon cycle right now, right? Things being done differently. When we think about loving, we think about loving another person on this planet, seeing them in the physical world, in the physical realm. Sometimes that's not what this is about. This here is very much complete downloads of messages and love and learning to love the self and giving love to, you know, your guides, your ancestors, your spirits, whatever it is, because their love is unconditional no matter what. It doesn't change for any reason. They're still with you. They're giving you the tools to move forward in life. So appreciate that rather than the idea of a person. Okay, very interesting message. Very cool though. All right, guys, if you found this video resonated for you, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you've not yet done so. You'll hit the bell. I think you can personalize the notification on there. You'll get notifications every time that a video gets posted. I'm going to try to get some signs out today. I think got Capricorn out yesterday, so I should have some time to get those things accomplished. I wish you guys the best Wednesday ever, and take care of yourselves. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.